who is the phone registered to? And by the way, there are three different phones. There is a 220, and if you can see this, notice the time, 2:20 p.m. There is a 440. The time is also, or 4:20, the time is 4:20 a.m. And there is a 6:20 p.m. Now, these phones come in four colors. They come in pearl white. They come in white pearl. They come in whitish pearl and pearlish white. So you have, now personally, I chose the pearl white. It's my favorite color of the four. So when you get this phone, and I'm going to open up a box here. We're going to open up a box for a 220. The first thing you're going to see when you open up the box is you're going to see this little insert right here. And I'm going to take it out. And I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. Now it says on the bottom, owner's name, do not give this information to anybody. Now you'll notice there's a space for 24 words there. You're going to use 12 words just like you were going on to a Bitcoin blockchain. And who owns that phone? The person who owns the 12 words. Clear doesn't have any records. So if somebody were to go to the phone company and say, I'd like Tony's records or Scott Stansfield's records or Mark's records, Clear's going to say, if wishes were fishes, we could get together and have a fry, but we can't help you. Well, we really want the records. What's it like to want? We don't have any records to give you. Well, what about all the information stored in the cloud? Surely you got all that. No, we don't keep a cloud. Really? How's that work? If you break a mirror or you break a wine glass, it breaks into little tiny sharp pieces. We call those shards of glass. If I take a social security number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I break it into 9 pieces, and I send each little letter to a different country, nobody in any country has my social security number. It's totally safe. And if I can recall it, I put it all back together again. That's called sharding. And we use the blockchain to do that, which means your information resides on 350,000 computers in 200 and some countries. Nobody has it all. Let's admit these people real quick before Terry yells at me. Anyway, so these people don't know. They just got in the Zoom call. Never mind. It's an ADD thing, folks. Hang with me. So your information's all over the place. But you have the ability with 12 words to pull it together again. Clear doesn't have it. Clear doesn't ask you for that information. That's the purpose of the phone. So from your very start, when you get the phone, it isn't even registered to you, and there's no record of anything that you put through this phone. Now, if you go on the internet, let me make something clear. If you go on the internet and you go to various places on the internet, that's public. They're going to know where you went, but they're not going to know what you did, and they're not pulling information out of your little junket. Now, how bad is it? My wife and I went to Walmart. I'm visiting my daughter. She said, Dad, can you go down and get me some little Christmas bulb hangers and about 24 more pretty Christmas bulbs? I was in Walmart, 5 minutes. She told me exactly where to go. I was in and out the door. Before I got home, I had a thing on my phone. Would you rate your experience at Walmart? I never told anybody I was going to Walmart. I went through a cemetery 4 days ago. I had about 30 minutes free time, and I just wanted some quiet time. And Skull Orchard's pretty quiet. They don't talk much there. So I'm walking through, and I'm looking at the gravestones. I'm in Pennsylvania. It's an old cemetery. I'm looking at the dates. And as I'm driving home, Google wants to know how I enjoyed my time at the Natrona Heights Veterans Cemetery. Did I want to talk about it? No, I don't want to talk about it. I don't even want you to know I was there. I can't stop you from knowing that, but I can stop you from getting anything from it. That's the purpose of the phone. Now, the phone comes in 3 different models. There's a 220. This is the baby. This is the one that you're going to give. This is the one you're going to give to your teenagers. It's the one you're going to give to the grandparent that's in a nursing home that doesn't need a whole bunch of sophisticated features. It has all the privacy of every other phone out there. But that's the one you're going to give to someone that's kind of the junior phone, the starter phone. Now, when I say junior phone, I don't mean to say it's not an incredibly powerful phone. It has the same processor as the other ones do. It doesn't have the same resolution on the camera. It doesn't have the same resolution on the memory, but they all have the same processor. So they all work just as well. Now, the 420 is the medium step in this phone. And if I can get this very tight box undone, there we go. Now, when you get these phones, these phones are going to ship with a SIM card in there. And the SIM card is right here. This one has 2 SIM cards. This was the box for my 420. This phone right here came in this box. Now, you'll notice I have a SIM card upside down here, right here, and I have a blank SIM card here. This SIM card is not going to come with your phone. What's going to come with your phone here is a debit card. A debit card? That doesn't make any sense. Not ordinarily. When you go to Verizon and buy your phone, it doesn't come with a debit card. So why is your phone going to come with a debit card? Because these people know this phone has been so popular already that the company's been able to determine that when you buy this phone, you will have 3 additional referrals off that phone. They send you a debit card because that's how you're going to get paid. So you not only have a phone, you have a business in a box. Now, I want you to think about something. The greatest difficulty in network marketing is finding a product that is exclusive. There's every kind of whoopee juice out there. There's every kind of pills, potions, and lotion out there. What is it that comes along that is so unique that it's not only a paradigm shift within a market area, it's an entirely new market area. What's unique is you get your life back on a cell phone. This is the most dangerous thing you have. This is the most utilized thing you have. You are not leaving home without this. You're not leaving home without your cell phone or your car keys. Because without your car keys, you're not getting into your car. Thank you, David. Without your cell phone, you left your life behind. You can forget your wallet, but you're not going to forget this. And if you've forgotten your cell phone, be honest, guys. How many times did you go and turn around and go back to get it? Now, I want you to think about something for a minute, and this is really important. Why did you go back to get that cell phone that you left somewhere? Were you worried about where you left it? Were you worried about them really stealing it from you? No. Let me tell you at a gut level, at a visceral level, why you went back to get that phone. You went back to get that phone because subconsciously, you are not remotely comfortable with not the phone you left behind, with somebody having access to what was on that phone. That's what you were worried about. If you had no information on that phone that was of any consequence to you, you wouldn't be nearly as concerned. But without even realizing it, you are subconsciously uncomfortable with the concept that somebody could have access to what's on that phone. You don't need to worry about that anymore. So when you get this phone comes in 3 different models. It comes in a 220, a 420, and a 620. Now, a 220 and a 420 are basically exactly the same size. Here's a brand new 220. Here's a brand new 420. And if I lay them up, there is a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of a length difference there. Just a little tiny bit. Now, what size is this phone in actuality? Well, here's an iPhone 12. And if I lay them, it may not look like they're even on the end. They are, in fact, exactly even. This phone is basically identical to the size of an iPhone or a Samsung phone. It's virtually identical. But there is a phone out there called a 620. The 620 is a beast. It's a beast, and people love, 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 love this phone. When you get this phone,